Back now on Triad today, I'm so glad that these two friends dropped by to see us. They do great work in the community and have a soft spot in my heart for them, both for what they do and because of what my dad had gone through. Next to me, our director, Jay Paul, if we can see our special guest, Ann Gothrow, and next to her, Jane Smart. Ann, of course, is Public Relations Director for Hospice and Palliative Care Center, and Jane is the Provider Relations Director. And thank you, ladies, for being here.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Ann, I'm going to start with you. Let's just, for people that might have missed some of the other segments, just take a couple seconds to say, what is hospice? So give us a clue there.
Hospice is emotional and spiritual and medical support for patients with a limited life expectancy, generally 6 months or less. And it's, support at home so that people can experience the best quality of life possible.
All right, we're going to be using the term here later in the segment, palliative care. You've heard it a lot in the community and around in the internet, and you see things on the air. What is that?
Well, you're right about seeing things. We're so thrilled because in the last 3 or 4 weeks, there has been more about palliative care on a national level than ever before. So we're very excited because we've been providing palliative care for several years. And we have probably 130 patients on any given day receiving palliative care. And basically what it is for people not yet ready for hospice, but that have been diagnosed with a serious illness. And in between treatments, they may be having nausea, pain, symptoms that they need to have managed. And palliative care really is about keeping people comfortable and living fully.
And it really helps you, and I can speak from experience, it really makes the family members and the patient feel like there's a good transition. Not that any transition is going to be good, but you know what I mean. It's a little easier and more comfortable transition when you're going from palliative to hospice. Now, Jane, can we automatically equate palliative care with quality of life, or is that just something that Ann's going to say because we're on TV?
Well, I can tell you, I think that we can definitely say it's quality of life. Anytime that you can reduce somebody's pain, reduce their nausea, reduce their anxiety, reduce their shortness of breath, you can add to how much that person can live fully that day. But some of the new studies that have come out, one in particular, it talks not only to quality of life, but it talks about people with lung cancer, that while they were getting their chemotherapy, they were also given a physician that does palliative care to really focus in on nausea, pain, those types of things that can limit someone. And what they found was that those patients lived on average 3 months longer, had less depression, had less nausea and less pain, and we definitely would call that quality of life.
Less stress, too.
Well, exactly, because they would have a plan.
Right. Right, and I know this just sounds foreign to you if you haven't gone through it, but there is that peace that the patient and the family can have through that knowledge and through having that plan, and I think that's important. And before time gets away from us, let's talk about something that's I think is really kind of neat. You have a new facility opening up. What's that all about?
We do. We have just come to the end of a capital campaign. We were raising money. The community was incredibly supportive, and that allowed us to expand our hospice home by 10 private patient rooms, as well as open a freestanding palliative care clinic where we can see people on site if they choose to come and visit us.
Like a triage type thing for pre-hospice patients?
Well, kind of, or an outpatient clinic where people can come, people still seeking aggressive treatments, but in between seeing their primary physician, they have their partnership with a palliative care person within our clinic.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we'll have some information on screen about this. There's going to be an open house.
There is.
Friday, October 15th, so mark your calendar on that, 3 to 5 p.m. You can also go to this website. I might as well just give a couple of website and logos up on the screen as well. www.hospicecarecenter.org, of course, gives you all sorts of good information. And if you're a family member facing this kind of a situation, please go to that website, and it'll give you phone numbers and contact information. And also, a shout out to our good friend Scott Bauer with Southern Community Bank, who makes segments like this possible on a regular basis. They're small enough to care is their slogan, and they do. They care about a lot of people and a lot of things. And hospice is one of those. We have just a few seconds left. My last question is, how important is it for families with terminally ill patients not to wait, and let me go to Jane on this, not to wait too long to call you guys?
You know, as soon as we can get started, we can make things better. We want to have a program that fits everybody so that no matter when they call, we can say yes.
All right. I appreciate everything the two of you do.
Thank you so much.